Alright, I hope you guys are ready for a new episode of the Drone Wars here. Things have been going pretty slow in the series so far, but things are definitely starting to ramp up faster and faster. So of course I'm going to go ahead and begin by exiting the game here. While that's going on, I'm going to go and open up the sheets for this. I'm going to need the tracker sheet here. And I'm going to put this on the left. And what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the fleets. This will take just a moment. Now, the reason why I shuffle things from time to time is to basically make it so that way we don't always go through the same factions in order all the time, which is a good thing. Let's go ahead and where is it? Randomize range. What faction I do this under? Under that one, okay. Alright, everything is in order now. So I could just go and remove all these. And let's see what the orders are going to be here. Alright, so up first, our first faction that's doing stuff here is going to be KLC. They are doing a lot of stuff. So, I guess they're doing a whole lot of research just right off the bat, so we're gonna go and take a look at what they're doing. So, of course, they said they're gonna be researching bullets. Let's see if they even have weapons researched. Weapons, they do have weapons research, which means, yeah, they can research bullets. Just give them that. What else? They are going to be researching timers, which is over here. They should have logic and technology, right? They do not have logic and technology, so they're going to need that first in order to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and give them logic technology. I'm going to give them timers. I'm assuming, yeah, they're just researching that to level 1. What else? So they're researching movement, which is down here. That's definitely an important one to get. Movement. They said they want to research ground vehicles, which they can't do that right away. They need to get mechanics and rotors. So I want to give them both of those. So mechanics, rotors, and then they can get ground vehicles. And I assume just gain it to level 1. So ground vehicles level 1, which gives them access to the 1x1 wheel. Let's see, they want to research power storage over here. I'm guessing they gain to level 1, so that won't give them anything, but at least they'll have that so again worked on. So let's see, do they have power and fuel? No, they do not, so I gotta give them that as well. Then they're researching power storage. So let's give that to level 1. Power storage. They want to research space travel, which is all over here, which means they need to research gyroscopes. So, gyroscopes. Then space travel, assume they're getting to level 1, which won't give them any access to any ion thrusters, because they need at least level 3 to get an ion thruster. The most basic ion thruster. Um, what else? They want to research Gatling guns. Since they did research bullets, they will have that. So yeah, they're gonna get level 1 Gatling guns. That's gonna be... Where is it? Here it is, level 1 Gatling guns. And I'll give them, of course, their first Gatling gun right over here. The Guardian Point Defense System from the TIO weapons. What else are they researching here? They wanted to research hydrogen power to at least get like a little bit of that, so let's go and give them that. That won't give him anything yet. Yeah, that won't give him anything yet. What else? Hydrogen production, which level 1 won't give him anything. What else? Hydrogen storage, I wanted to get that as well. Yeah, just gain level 1 of just everything, just to see what there is. Hydrogen storage. They're going for hinges and rotors and stuff like that, so let's go ahead and get hinges on here. Yep, level 1. Rotors, logic and technology, yeah, they've done that already. Power and fuel they've got. Sensors they've already got, right? Sensors they have not gone, so they're gonna get sensors up to level 1. Yoink. Yep, they've already got mechanics, gyroscopes, and they're gonna be going for event controllers up here. Level 1 event controllers will give them access to that technology, which is gonna be neat. They're actually gonna be the first people to go for that. Unfortunately, they do need to research this. Actually, since they did research timers, that means they'll be able to see what this is right here, which is going to be the action relays. As soon as someone researches this, then they'll be able to see what these next two are. But yeah, that is everything that they've done. They've basically just done a whole bunch of research. That's all good. Now we're gonna look at the next faction. Oh boy, I'm getting a whole lot of pings. Oh yeah, yeah, I forgot. Display capture. Yoink. I got a whole lot of pings. But yeah, there's a lot that's been going on over here. Just researching all this stuff over here and over here. They managed to unlock this part here. Let's see what's next. Up next is IGI. So we're gonna have to go on the map. I believe they're one of these. Let's actually double check which one they are. I believe IGI would be this one, I think. Yeah, they're gonna be this one. So, according to their actions, they're just going up. They don't keep going up by another 3. It's gonna be like 1, 2, 3, like up to here. In terms of research, let's go and see. Everyone's going through the weapons, so let's see. Researching bullets. They have weapons already, right? Yeah, so they're researching bullets, they're researching Gatling guns, so that'll give them that. They wanted to research rotors, which is down over here. Rotors. What else are they researching? They wanted to research hydrogen power and hydrogen production and hydrogen storage. So all 3 of these here. Then we're gonna look over here. They wanted to research gyroscopes, which will be right here. They have rotors, so yeah, they can do that. Gyroscopes up to level 1. They're going to be researching atmospherics. So atmospherics level 1. They won't have any thrusters yet. You need level 2 to get your first thruster. They wanted space travel, which is right over there. They can get that. To level 1, that won't give them anything, and they wanted to get fueled flight to level 1. That means you need space travel, atmosphere, and you need hydrogen production, which they have all 3 of those, so yeah, they'll get fueled flight to level 1. And that won't unlock anything either. They want to research reactors and power storage to level 1, so yep, more power stuff, I guess. So where is it? There's reactors and power storage to level 1. Definitely going through a lot of research there. Then what they're going to do immediately, they want to research fast traveling to level 3. So that'll immediately give them access to the jump drive, which is pretty good. That'll give them access to be able to use portals and jump around places. So let's go ahead and see, where is it? Fast traveling to level 3. They used quite a bit of their research already. And they wanted to research armor plating up to level 2, so we're going to see if they have enough. I'll give them armor blocks if they get that. So armor plating to level 2. They do not have enough research data, so I'm only going to put that up to level 1. They just barely ran out of research data for that. Let me go and read through everything here. The hex code that he chose right here is just Phil. If I grab this one here, this is the hex code he gave us for his faction. So it did turn out kind of brown. I just see people saying they should be orange, but I can double check. Let me go ahead and go to the new factions thing. Would be fix this hex code, Control C, fill. If I do this, it still turns out brown. That's just the hex code you threw in. But yeah, they ran out of research data, which is unfortunate. Let's see what the next faction is doing. The next faction is USA. Let's see, they want to do a lot of research. So let's see, they want to unlock mechanics. Let's see, they have movement already? Yes, so they can get mechanics. They want to research rotors to level 1. So I'll give them access to rotors. They want to research space travel, which means they have to research gyroscopes, which they did want to get anyways, so. Where is it? Gyroscopes level 1, space travel level 1. They want power storage level 1, which won't give them any batteries, but getting solar power level 1 will give them access to access to stuff. So we're gonna go over here, power storage. Where is it? It's power storage level 1 and solar power level 1. So yeah, they will have access to the colorable solar panel. And speaking of which, I'm actually going to move this up so they can see what the next level will be. What else? Then we have the... Okay, so they are doing some movement over here. And they are the purple one, I believe. They did say where they're going, so they're going to H5. about here, basically, and they're not claiming anything, so they're just moving up. You know, just hanging out here. That should be everything that they did. So let's see what's next. Next up we have DRF, which they still haven't done anything. Their actions are currently empty. They're gonna go to UASA, which has a lot of stuff. They want to build a level 1 research station in their territories over here. Thing about research stations is that they aren't physical things like they're not physical like these. They are actually attached to the planet themselves. So that means that uh that planet here will actually just get the level there. And they said they want to build it as let me check. They want to build it to level 1. This will take just a moment. Give me a second. I have to go over here and then go find that one for this system, this one, and research level 1. So by doing that, then I gotta go ahead and I need to go to the planet research. This will take me just a moment. Gotta type this out. Okay, so there's that. What else are they doing? They wanted to build commodity production on their planet, which, let me check. Yep, they can build it up to level 1, and by doing that, it is already max leveled. Oh, I'm getting some DMs. Oh boy. Oh, they're updating their things immediately. 'Cause they realized they didn't want to do those things, and they accidentally put things they weren't supposed to. Rip. Okay, well I gotta undo all that, which is kind of annoying. Let me go and type a 0 over here and a 0 over here. Okay, where is it? Hopefully all their actions are actually up to date here. Because I want to build a shipyard instead. Just basically just one of these. Okay, so they want to build one of those over there. Which is going to cost one of their operations. So let's do that. They want to buy research data with the commodities. Okay. So go do some commodity trading. How much are they buying? So I'm gonna buy more of those. They have enough stuff for that, right? Yeah, they do. Okay, and they're doing research as well. So up next, they're researching reactors up to tier 1. So let's go ahead and go to the reactors over here. Now we gotta go over to here, and they're getting reactors up to tier 1. They gain fast travel tier 3, so if we go over this way. So they're doing that immediately. What else are they doing? Hydrogen storage tier 1. They won't get anything from that, but at least they get that started. What else are they researching? They want their space travel to tier 3, so they get their first thruster. By doing that, I can actually move this up to reveal the next tier over here. What else? Solar power to tier 1. I do find it kind of weird that the colorable solar panels actually produce a little bit less energy than the normal vanilla solar panels. It's just kind of like a weird thing I found. Let's see. They got a lot of stuff over here. So let's go over here. They wanted to research a whole bunch of stuff here. Event controllers and timers. Event controller timers. They wanted to get program scripting, but they can't get that yet. Well, actually, they're getting intership communication, so let's see, intership communication, we'll give them this, and if they have event controllers, that means that they can actually see what's over here. Should be this here. So they're gonna get program scripting, which unlocks program blocks. And what else are they getting? They want to get shotguns to tier 1. So if they get shotguns up to tier 1, that means that they're gonna unlock the shotguns on this tree over here. I'm gonna go find them. Alright, let me look. Someone said mistake. Didn't put it on Mars. Yeah. This is why you have to be careful what you type on your actions. Okay, here it is. Shotguns. Didn't put it on Mars. That's the only planet you have, though. You don't have any other planets. Because you can only build in your territory. Okay, let's see. What are they saying? Build level 1 shipyard on Mars, top left. On I-7. That's what it says. Okay, let's see. But yeah, shotguns up to tier 1 means that you have gotten this. You get two different basic shotguns here. Of course, I gotta raise this up so you can see how much you have to research. That's all you're gonna get for a while to research things up. But at least you get these first two here, which are small grid. So you do have your small grid things here. Let's see. Your next action is you want to build a ship that you haven't researched yet, but we will see the things here. You do have the link here. So I'm gonna go subscribe to this, and then you did actually send me the stat block for this. So I gotta go ahead and add this to your ship registry. Ship type. It's called the Pioneer. I'm gonna go and put in all their information from the message you sent. Okay. The thing is so small, it doesn't even have a minimum crew requirement. That's funny. You have a functional crew requirement though. Let's see what else. Block count. There we go. Okay, so now that that's research, so you are building one of your ships, right? So we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna go ahead and grab one of these. Let me grab the color from this. So you're building your first ship here, and you're sending it immediately to your Europa, right over here. So now your territory is basically expanded, and you've actually pretty much taken all of this territory with it. So you're building a ship there, and you're sending it over there. Let me go ahead and update some stuff here. Let me go and just update the locations of all these. There we go. So you can see all these costs are actually updated in real time, which is neat. So you have that, so you're colonizing that, basically. You wanted to build 2 more pioneer ships, and these are all going to be their own fleets, so we're going to go and grab this here. Just naming these because you didn't mention a name for the fleets that these are. Okay, so you're moving your second pioneer to, where is it? To I4. Just this way over here. So 1, 2, 3. Moving it here, which means your territory is basically expanding out this much, since you're basically taking alien as well. And you're sending this one up to Earth-like, to F7. So 1, 2, 3, you're sending it here. It's F7. That would basically give you claim over this area, but you do not have the moon just about yet. But it's close enough. There you go, so that's the borders of your empire currently, which is pretty neat. That's a lot of A lot of territory being taken already. So that is all of that. Cool. Then at the bottom, you are building a research station on aliens. So now you're actually building a research station. There we go. So you want to build a research station on aliens. I gotta go and do that. I'm gonna go over here and go to alien, this one. Research on it just once. And then I need to go ahead and get the information for that planet. Throw it into here. So now that that's done, that is their entire action, basically. Quite a bit of stuff. What else? Up next we have GDA, which is doing a lot. Okay, let's go over here to the research tree and see what they're doing next. They're researching rotors over here. Then they're researching gyroscopes. They want to get space travel level 3. Alright, so they'll give them access to their first ion thrusters. They want to get hydrogen production level 10. We'll see if they have enough research for that. We're gonna find that out. So hydrogen production, here we go, to level 10. Do they have enough research for that? They do not. The highest they can get is level 4 for their hydrogen production. But at least they have that up to that level. They want to research bullets, which is over here. They want to research Gatling guns to level 1. That gives them access to the basic one. What else? They want to research superheated material, so they're actually going up there now. Interesting. So superated material means that they can then go to here, and they're also going to be able to go to here. Neat. They want to buy 3 research data. So let's go ahead and do that for them. I wonder if that's enough for them to be able to get the hydrogen production they wanted. We're gonna figure that out. So I'm gonna keep putting points into hydrogen production until they run out of money, I guess. 5, 6, 7. No, they can only get to level 6. That's that. They wanted to move their fleet over here up 3 tiles, so they're also joining the mass exodus going on over here. Okay, let's see, what else are they researching? They want to research armor penetration as well, so they're gonna go over in that direction. Just to see what there is. Let's get that up to level 1. And with that, that means that they're gonna unlock armor-piercing cannons. And they can't get this, because in order to get this, they have to research capacitors. Let's see, what else are they researching? They wanted to research timers at level 1. Sensors up to level 1. They want to get event controllers up to level 1. And last but not least, they want to get program blocks up to level 1. The problem is they need intership communications. I'm going to get that. Intership communication, and then they can get program blocks. There we go. That should be everything that they can get. They didn't manage to get their hydrogen production up to level 10 just about yet, but they got high up there. Level 6. It's gonna be pretty expensive to keep going through that. Up next we have SYC. SYC is currently moving up 3 more tiles to here. And they're doing more research, I guess. So they're going to be researching hydrogen engines. If they can't, that's hydrogen power. They already have hydrogen engines, batteries, mechanics, weapons. Actually, they didn't update their yeah, they didn't update their stuff from last week, so I'm gonna leave it as is. They have the same actions from last week, so they didn't update anything. So I'll leave that as is. Now, UNE, what are they doing? Quite a few things. So UNE, they want to upgrade their research facility. I'm gonna go and do that. Okay. I'll type this out. Yeah, almost done here. Okay, there we go. So that's a level 2 research facility, and there's more details about that planet there. What else are they doing? Uh, they want to research logic and technology over here. It says research logic technology again. The thing is, it already has a max level of 1, so you can't research this again. But they can research the other things behind it. So I'm gonna ignore that. They want to research armor, continue research. Okay, well, in terms of armor, let's see. I mean, I'm gonna upgrade it once. They didn't specify a level, so I'm gonna upgrade it once. That's level 2. That gives them light armor. Light armor, beam blocks, interior walls. That's pretty good. Research tier 1 Iron Fist. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming they wanted to research Gatling guns, but that means they need to research weapons. Okay, so I'm gonna ignore that. There's nothing on the tree that says Iron Fist. But yeah, research bullets and weapons, so they're gonna do that. I think these are going weapons, going bullets, and they want to research a hydrogen generator. So I'm gonna put 1 pointer to hydrogen power, I guess. They need to research power and fuel first. They need to research hydrogen power, so that's level 1. But again, they need to research quite a bit in order to get to that. Research 152 millimeter rifle gun. I assume what they want is they want to research directly to a weapon. But the thing is, in order to research to a specific weapon, they need to find it on a tech tree. We don't know where the 152 millimeter rifle is, but we do know where the Arena APS system is, and that would be the Arena APS was over here, so they just want to get shotguns. So I'm guessing they want to research shotguns. So we're gonna go ahead and just throw more research into that. So level 1, where is it? Shotguns level 1. But they need Gatling guns level 1, then they could get shotguns level 1. So that gives them access to the to that. I'm just gonna assume that they didn't even bother looking at the tech tree itself, which shows the order in which you have to research things. But yeah, okay, let's see. Let me scroll through the chat. There's quite a few things here. The current lore has quite a few things here. Right now, people are expanding their forces. Currently, UASA has a massive amount of territory they've gotten recently, which is insane. A lot of these other factions haven't done a lot of expansion yet. All these factions are moving up north. Let's see. In terms of the tech tree, a lot of factions have been researching stuff here or there. But yeah, this last faction here, they definitely didn't look at the tech tree to figure out where they can research certain things. Let me look around. It's an Iron Fist. I don't know where that is. I mean, there are like 600 different weapons, and I'm not gonna know where every single weapon is. But you can make an assumption on where it would be on the tech tree based on its what's it called? The way it works and stuff like that. Let me look around here. But yeah, when you do put in your actions, try to say like what level you're researching certain things. Because just saying the name of the thing you want to research, I'm not gonna know exactly what you want to get unless that's like already like visible on the tree. But yeah, as far as I can see here, I think that's about it. Definitely interesting to see that we've got more than just Gatling guns here, so it's not really a lot. Um, I'm curious as to what's going to happen next week because looking around here, all these factions are still moving around, and I don't know where exactly they're going to be going. This faction didn't do anything this week, so they're kind of sitting there. This faction did a bit of research and stuff, so they're still a little bit confused on how the tech tree works. This faction did some research, not a lot, but this faction over here has already started expanding and colonizing multiple different planets, which is definitely very interesting. Uh, Things can get a bit weird here. I mean, technically speaking, the earliest battle could be the next turn, though that depends on if KLC even makes a ship. Um, Still gonna take a while for all this to be explored. But yeah, that's about it for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed actually like seeing how much things have expanded since then. It will be interesting to see as more ships get created and more stuff starts to get built. But yeah, that's about it. See you next week.